Yo, 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 yo.
Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Laura.
We are half of Against Me.
And you are watching
Morgan Richards interviews. Damn it.
Yes, you are.
Wait.
How'd you fuck it up?
I missed the middle name. Didn't I? No. There's not three names?
No, Morgan Richards interviews.
Morgan Richards interviews.
Nailed it.
Hey, I'm Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff, backstage at the Slam Dunk Festival here in Birmingham. I'm joined now by a band that laugh at danger and break all the rules. It's of course punk rock's finest, the one and only Against Me.
That's us. That's us. Half of us.
Studio audience, you can't see him. True. Thanks for having us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
How's things?
Great.
Very well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
First show of the tour. But we only had like a week and a half break anyways. We were over in Australia right before this.
Yeah. So, and there's so many like parallels between England and Australia, you know. We all drive on the weird side of the road, that kind of stuff. I just feel like it's the same trip.
Sun, really.
Well, that's different. A little bit. Fair enough.
Right.
Oh, well, great to hear. So a lot of things have changed for Against Me over the years. After being a band now for over 2 decades, is it just great to see how far you've actually come in that time with all the changes and just conquering each and every step?
Yeah, I mean, it's strange like looking back on things sometimes because at times, you know, certain things will be like, whoa, that was so long ago, but then other times it doesn't feel like it was that long ago at all, you know, like different chapters and stuff like that. But I don't know, when you've been doing something for a long time, you'd want there to be changes and you'd want it to keep you interesting. You don't want to keep doing the same thing, you know, and like those changes I feel like have always like served to like show that there's future in the band, where it's like, oh, like there's still the ability to grow and be a better band, you know, like write better songs or play better shows, you know. So like always having that same hunger and drive there really like keeps it going. But I don't know, you got to change with the times, right?
I think when you start a band as well, you never have the idea that, oh, I'm going to be doing this for the next many decades. You know, it's just like, oh, this is just what I'm doing because I love to do it. And so it's kind of, I think the perspective changes when you do look back and there is that span of time. And it's like, wow, this has been going on for a long time.
And it's safe to say that, Laura, you've been an extremely busy time for you recently, not only promoting the release of his 7th studio album, Shapeshift, with me, but also getting to put out your own book and memoirs. For you, was it the creative juices just being flowing constantly, writing both of those things at the same time and as an escape from each other?
Yeah, they definitely like served each other for sure, you know, and like specifically like just with music, it like took all the pressure off of it while doing a book, you know, and doing a book, so much about it was like reflecting on the past and thinking about things, and like it made music have to be really immediate of like, oh, I got this song, let's try out this fucking song, let's do it now, it's gonna be good, you know, like let's record it this morning, I'm gonna go smoke a joint and let's record it. It's really hot in here. Is it me or is it you?
No, you're just hot.
Sorry, I'm just gonna undress as we go.
Going all the way. Okay, well, maybe I'll...
It did like so.
Can you play music during this part?
It did like take me back for a second, where like after finishing both of those things, and they, you know, a record came out in September last year, and then the book came out in November, and there was a real period of like, whoa, you know, like I'm like exhausted mentally, you know, like after doing so much, you know, and just finally hitting the point of culmination where everything comes out. But I feel past that now too, where I'm like, all right, now I'm ready to go again. Let's take on a ridiculous workload and do a lot of cool things.
Fantastic. And with Shapeshift with me, this is actually the first album that's a collective effort from everyone in the band. Of course, Laura, you've written everything individually really in the past. How did the dynamic really change getting everyone involved throughout the entire record?
Well, I think that, you know, it was a record born on the road in a lot of ways. Just like the setup we have with Mark Hudson, who you might have met a second ago, who does front of house for us and tour manages us. He has a studio in Michigan, Rancho Recordo, where we recorded the record. And because we're all spread out as a band, that kind of became home base, you know. So we would like start a tour practicing there, and like tours would be pretty back to back. But at the end of every tour, it'd be like, oh, I got a couple songs. Let's like fuck around with them and come up with something. Or on the road, literally just at sound check, working it out. So it was like, I don't know.
It seemed like a natural thing. the way you do bring the songs in, and then it's like, oh, we're playing this at sound check, we're kind of developing it, and then if we do have a rehearsal before the tour, it's in a studio, and so it was easy to just kind of demo stuff and
just like record, you know.
Great. And you've always been a band connected and fueled by positive turmoil in the past, being one of the most outspoken acts in music today. But on this record, lyrically, you focus more towards just type of love songs overall. After 20 years in the business, do you feel you've gained the freedom just to expand and do wherever feels right?
Very much so. I don't give a fuck. I just want to sing about what I want to sing about, you know?
But ultimately, I think that's why people are here. You know, it's like they're excited to hear your view on things and your take on it, and it's always been, you know, pretty interesting.
Yeah, but I really strongly believe that, like, you know, the personal is political. You know, like how you treat people in life, like whether that's in friendships or romantic relationships or whatever, like there's politics to that. You know. To quote Ian Mackay, your emotions are nothing but politics, so gain control.
And with all that time together, of course, you've achieved pretty much everything there is possible for Against Me, with just checking off one of your last bucket list touring with Green Day. I'm sure that was a hell of an experience, and
It was a cool tour.
Those are a lot.
Yeah, that was an amazing tour.
was
We haven't
fun.
accomplished everything, though.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
There's a bunch of places we haven't been to. We do not have a gold record. I want a #1 hit in the UK.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, there's no, I mean, I think that you're in trouble if you start to go, okay, well, we've done everything we wanted to do. It's like, that's going to reduce your desire to be out here and playing shows. It's like, I still don't feel like I've played a perfect show. You know, it's like, and that's still something that I would like to achieve in my lifetime. Like, that was a perfect show. And for, not just because of my performance, but everybody's performance and the crowd and the venue, you know what I mean? Like, it's all those things have to come together, and to kind of like, I mean, that's aiming pretty low even, you know. I think that there's a lot of things that we still have yet to do. I haven't really put it into words yet, but I know that I don't feel sated. Shut up.
And of course, with all that, you're just going to be extremely busy in the near future, continuing to tour and promote this record even further. But what else can we really expect from Against Me coming up?
Well, I mean, we're like booked just for the rest of the year. And so we do this tour, lasts till like July, then we go out in the US for like an epic long, 2-month-long tour, and then we'll figure it out from there, you know?
So just playing shows and keep it going?
Yeah. I wrote like a really fucking good song the other day, though, that I'm really excited about, where I was like, oh, okay, cool, now I'm on the path. And so there'll be a record eventually.
Cool. Oh, fantastic. Well, that's about it. Cheers for taking time out to speak to me.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
for
taking
having
time
us.
with us.
Pleasure. Best of luck with everything now. Hopefully catch up with you guys again very soon.
Right on.
See ya.